Shalom, beloved family. It's your girl Sophia, Spiritualite, and we're here for our daily prayer and reading. Of course, we meet every day at Thamur and Sasor. We say a prayer, we read a psalm, and then we do a 3-card reading just to see what messages we can get from the Most High and the angels. So without further ado, all praise, all glory, and all honor go to the Most High, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the great I Am, loving kindness, the God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, David, Enoch, Moses, Noah, and Solomon. We thank you for another day to labor in the vineyard. We ask for permission to speak with the angels for just a few moments so that we can get messages that will allow us to be of better service to you and to the kingdom. We say thank you to the Holy Mother for always being with us, always guiding us, and always walking with us down the path of life. O Divine Mother, illumine me with divine wisdom, vivify me with divine life, and purify me with divine love, that in all I think and say and do, I may be more and more thy child. We acknowledge our older, wiser brother Yahushua and the perfect example he set over how to both climb the tree of life and conquer the tree of death. And to the angels, to our personal guardian angels, to the archangels, to the council of 9, to the council of 12, to the council of 24, to the 24 elders, to the 42-letter name of the Most High, to the 72-letter name of the Most High, to the council of the 144,000, to the 216 angels that sit atop the tree of life, to the entire administration of angels, and to all the angels whose names we know and the ones whose names we do not know. We ask that you come and be with us for just a few moments. Give us a message that will allow us to be of better service to the Most High and to the kingdom. Now let's read Psalm 51. Have mercy upon me, O God, according to thy loving kindness, according unto the multitude of thy tender mercies. Blot out my transgressions. Wash me thoroughly from mine iniquity, and cleanse me from my sin. For I acknowledge my transgressions, and my sin is ever before me. Against thee, thee only have I sinned, and done this evil in thy sight, that thou mightest be justified when thou speakest, and be clear when thou judgest. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me. Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward parts, and in the hidden part thou shalt make me to know wisdom. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I will be whiter than snow. Make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones which thou hast broken may rejoice. Hide thy face from my sins, and blot out all mine iniquities. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit. Then will I teach transgressors thy ways, and sinners shall be converted unto thee. Deliver me from blood guiltiness, O God, thou God of my salvation, and my tongue shall sing aloud of thy righteousness. O Lord, open thou my lips, and my mouth shall show forth thy praise, for thou desirest not sacrifice, else would I give it. Thou delightest not in burnt offering. The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit, a broken and contrite heart, O God, thou wilt not despise. Do good in thy good pleasure unto Zion. Build thou the walls of Jerusalem. Then shalt thou be pleased with the sacrifices of righteousness, with burnt offering and whole burnt offering. Then shalt thou offer bullocks upon thine altar. Selah. All right, so we have our daytime deck here. Of course, this is the Tarot of Light. It is a correlates directly with the Rider Waite deck. It's easy to use. It has nice, warm, friendly pictures. And if you go to the website, fruitsandspirit.com, which is revamped, reloaded, and hopefully much easier to navigate, you can get, and give us your email address, you can get 10% off of your physical orders and $5 off our upcoming courses, which we have 3 scheduled so far. And I'm getting ready to announce our, we're going to have a conference coming up. So, all praise, all glory, and all honor go to the Most High, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the great I Am, loving kindness, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We again ask for permission to speak with the angels for just a few moments so that we are able to get a message that will allow us to be of better service to you and to the kingdom. We say we love you to the Holy Mother and thank her for always being with us. We acknowledge our older, wiser brother Yahushua and the perfect example that he set. And to the angels whom we've already called in, we ask that you give us a message that's clear, that's easy for us to understand, that's easy for us to apply, and that allows us to be of greater service to the Most High and to the kingdom. And when you do so, we will let the Most High know that you have fulfilled the covenant. We are eternally grateful and thankful for all of your hard work, and we know that we deserve far less than what we receive, and therefore we appreciate everything that you do for us. All right, no cards fell out today. Our first card, we got the Knight of Angels, which is the Watcher. Then we got the Seven of Trees, which is Contemplation. All right. And we got the High Priestess again, now in our future position. It's funny. All right, let's see. There we go. All right, so the Knight of Angels makes me think of Haniel. All right. Oh, angels. Went way too far. All right, so the Knight of Angels is the Watcher. You can determine how much of what you want, what you would and wouldn't like through observation. Watch, learn, and direct your energy accordingly. The Knight of Angels is a hallmark of sudden change or chaos. Hold on to your halo. This transformation will shift anything that is holding you away from the fullness of love. It may arrive as a whirlwind romance or friendship. Someone may sweep you off your feet but leave just as suddenly. Don't take their departure personally. They arrive to help you reopen your heart. Don't close down. Keep living life with an open, loving heart and watch what comes to you. Be ready for creative ideas or thoughts to sweep through. And this correlates with the Knight of Swords, which is bravery, skill, swiftness, and heroic action. Maybe like Yohat Kalat, sort of, too. Energy. But yeah, this kind of correlates with what I was saying last night about being able to take information in without necessarily giving energy back to it. As you can see, like even in the picture, the angel is looking at you and putting energy out, but it's not necessarily like putting energy out. It's just kind of like almost reminds me of a scanner. Like you just scan the information, and maybe the rays aren't going out, but maybe the rays are coming into the eye. You're just scanning the information, you bring it in, and then mouth closed, don't say anything. No response. Very plain face, and that's how we have to be. We can scan something, bring the information in, hold it, and that's it. No energy out, no effort, no nothing. And that is what a person who watches does. And so that's what we want to become. That's the energy we want to have. Is this energy where we just take in the information, say, huh, that's interesting, and that's it. That's just like Esau's Troubles videos, right? I always liked them. At first I didn't like them because I was like, oh, this is terrible, talking about people and this and that, and oh, it's so sad. But then I got the feeling that I needed to have the information, because if I didn't know what was going on with these people, they don't talk about it. And I'm on alternative social media. These people don't talk about what's going on in their own communities. Not one person is talking about floods, droughts, and nobody. Somehow, nobody on Gab, which is full of, I wouldn't even call them white nationalists. I would call them white supremacists. They believe in white hegemony, which I don't blame them. They should have probably done that a long time ago and left us alone. But I get the point. So and they're not talking about even what's going on with their own people. I mean, they're like, no more brother wars, and we need to have 3 before the age of 30, and blah blah blah. They're talking about that kind of stuff, but not one of them is talking about, a friend that I know lost everything, or everybody in my family is dying. Even people who didn't get jabbed are dying. Nobody's committed suicide. No, none of, no 988s on Gab. No one's talking about that. So it's very strange to me because without Sister Lisa and I see True Royal Star back to post and I listened to her video, very informative, and Esau's Troubles, I would never know anything was happening to these people. They make it sound like, oh, what's happening is just only with on the federal level. There's nothing happening to them personally in their own household. It's very, very weird. So that's why now I love Esau's Troubles, because it allows me to say, hey, it's something going on with y'all people. Y'all might just want to think about that a little bit, you know what I mean? And there's no there's nothing for that. There's just a bunch of denial. And so part of being a watcher is I'm taking in this information, and I'm just watching to see how they respond to it, and right now they're ignoring it. So that's a very interesting observation to me. So our next card is the Seven of Trees, and this is the only number that we have, and it's in the middle, and it says completion. And this was also the card that was over our second 10 days of fasting. So this is contemplation. Take some time, catch your breath, and enter the inner world of your creation. Reflect upon and synchronize with your dreams and desires. Activate is another term for that too, which we will learn in our Rhabdomancy class coming up on Saturday. All right, the Seven of Trees inspires you to take time out for yourself. You have been working so hard. It is now time to catch your breath and reflect. A break from doing gives you a chance to see and process your surroundings before difficulties arise. Are you still on course? Is this the path you want to take? Are you getting the results you want? There's so much going on behind the scenes. The universe is moving heaven and earth to give you what you desire. You can relax in this knowledge and get on with your day of rest. And this correlates with the Seven of Pentacles: progress, wealth, successful dealings, and ingenuity. Again, today the energy is really, really rough. On rough energy days, you want to generate as much as possible. You want to harvest. And harvesting is you go out in the field, you pick the stuff, and you got to do something with it. You got to process it. You got to do something. So you want to do as much harvesting as you can today. Now the energy does get better, if I'm not mistaken. It gets better on y'all, I've gotten into this human design stuff. That's why my prices is gonna have to go up. Where is it? Here we go. Is this for this week? Yes. By 6 o'clock, Rana on CoCast, great energy comes in. I mean, perfect time to rest and recuperate and all of that, as far as like emotional rest, maybe doing things that are light, that are fun, that are easy. But yeah, today the energy is really, really, really rough, which is why I couldn't understand why they wanted to do a moon. Okay, so what's interesting is, let me just point this out real quick. They wanted to send a rocket or something right to the moon, right? Well, they picked a day, Lavana. Typically, Lavana, that's a moon day. It would probably be a good day. But the energy coming into Lavana is really awful, and the energy going out of Lavana is really awful. So they tried to pick a time. I think it was like between 6 a.m. Salam and Natalan, right? They tried to pick a time that would be the best that they could get, and that time frame was actually neutral, so it was neither good nor bad. And so because there's no really good times until Zedek, but Zedek is not the right day to try and do something for Lavana. You have to do it on Lavana. And so yeah, there's no good time on Lavana. It is just not. And so whoever their astrologer is for NASA, they really effed up, because they needed to just wait until there was going to be a good Lavana. Probably they were waiting for Lavana to be in a terrestrial sign, and this is basically the first chance for that. And nah, no, son, I don't think so. It's neutral, and our energy that's saying y'all ain't going nowhere. We're going to take this hish back, and y'all have to give it to us. it's not allowing them to get anything done in the way that they normally could, because normally people aren't paying attention to the phases of the moon, what that means, how that affects us, what you can do with it, and then even us just using the phases of the moon to do our thing. Like, that's really like, you know, a little bit different, you know what I mean? And so the whole thing is, they have been using this information, and now that we can also use it, we're it's in our best interest to use as much of it as we can, and to not just sit back and let that get past us, you know what I mean? So anyway, this contemplation just means, progress, wealth, and reflect and synchronize is also important language in there. We need to just pause and make sure that we're still in alignment. And this is why the daily karma work is important, because it will help to bring, see, because our chakra system is so huge, like, it's not even, I mean, I know people talk about the 12, but it's really like 24, 22, I've heard. That a lecturer was discussing this a long time ago, and I didn't know what to do with the information, but now I have a greater understanding of what it means, because we're connected all the way down to the earth. You know what I mean? We're connected to the earthly mother. So that's why they did all this stuff, to separate us from our lowest chakra. Our lowest point is in the earth. And so if we're disconnected from the earth, then how can we possibly ascend up? And ascending does not start with your sacral. You have to go all the way down to the earth and then all the way up. And so when our energy comes in, it the same way it does. Okay, let me just pause and explain this. Remember that chestahedron I showed you, right? That the chestahedron shape. Well, the earth is a ball that's blown up around that shape. That shape is the shape that's basically holding the earth together. And so it works very, very similar to how our bodies work, because as below, so above. As below, so above. So the energy comes in through the earth. I think I described this when talking about the aurora. The energy comes in through the earth on the inside of the chestahedron, right? The inside of the to the core of the earth does its thing and goes back out on the outside. So on the top of the earth, the aurora is like in a circle. It's on the inside. But on the bottom of the earth, there's a big circle and the aurora is around it. Well, that's because you have this shape that's pumping the energy in and changing and putting it out. It's the same thing in our body. The energy comes down, it goes into our heart, it does the shuffle, as I think of it, and it goes all the way down to our earth chakra. So if we're not grounded, imagine not being grounded. How is it going to get down to the earth chakra? And that's why a lot of us are out of sync and we're off. It's bad enough they have this time and the daylight savings and all this crazy stuff, but then imagine just having your shoes block your energy from getting to the ground. So like me, when I'm not literally barefoot, I have grounding shoes that I wear, and I love them. I just love them. I wear them everywhere. My Jesus sandals. I bought them when I was pregnant with my son, and I couldn't wear them because my feet had swollen. I was like, there's something wrong with these shoes. Why won't these shoes fit on my feet? I could not, I swear, I could not wear those shoes while I was pregnant. And I didn't know I was pregnant either. So I was like, dang, I bought these shoes. I can't wear them, this and that, so on and so forth. I could not wear the shoes. And so I was like, man, it sucks. So come to find out, the reason I couldn't wear the shoes is because I was pregnant. And so then I still didn't try to wear the shoes because I couldn't get them to fit on my feet and this and that. And since we started fasting, I guess my feet have gone down to like a normal size. And now I can wear the shoes. I wear them every single day. They fit just fine. And before, I could not get them on my feet. I could not figure out what was wrong. It was like a total blockage with me wearing those shoes. And then through the fasting and the praying and, desiring to be able to ground and really be in touch with the mother more, bing, bang, boom, I now have access to that energy because I can wear those shoes. But before, I couldn't do it. So that's what it is. That's why when you're out of sync, everything will just be like, man, this is trying to do this, trying to do that. Nothing's work. Everything's crazy. That's the kind of stuff that happens. So you don't want to dwell in that energy too long. You really want to try and get out of it to the best of your ability. So our last card is the 2, which is the High Priestess. And we're just going to go through this. course, because we've gotten this card a whole lot of times. And it says intuition. So you have the watcher who contemplates and then applies intuition to what they have seen. And that's what we have to do too. These messages that have been coming through have been very succinct, very succinct messages, which is not usually what we get. We get stuff that I have to like reach, but this is watch what goes into yourself, what comes out. Content. Well, this is a circle. Watch what's going on, contemplate it, and then apply your intuition to whether it's right or wrong. This is a very precise reading. All right. Deep within a sacred place awaits your recognition. Shift your awareness inward and feel the wisdom of your heart. The High Priestess knows you are ready to explore your inner realms. You are being asked to look beyond the obvious and superficial into the heart of a matter. You are vast, full of potential and unlimited possibilities. Trust your intuition, your inner voice, and your instincts as you learn to meditate and stretch your psychic muscles. This may also be a time for stillness. Quiet your mind so you can hear the wise counsel of your inner voice. There are unseen forces at work orchestrating the whole universe to bring intense and beautiful experiences into your life. And this correlates with the High Priestess, which is secret knowledge, serenity, foresight, and objectivity. See, foresight is with the watching, once you have this process down of watching, thinking about what you've seen, and then applying your intuition, you'll have the foresight that when something comes in, you can immediately, like me, I always say I sort things. You can immediately sort that into a pile. Like, oh, that's nonsense. Oh, that's trash. Oh, that's useful. Oh, they're covering it up. You'll be able to see the unseen. You'll be further initiated into this occult knowledge that is coming directly from the Most High and is not coming through the Gentiles or any of the Gentiles' books. That's why I think it's interesting that these readings are getting more specific, because this is information that's not coming from the Gentiles. Perhaps the Gentile, made these cards or whatever, but this information is not coming from the Gentiles. This is coming directly from the angelic realm, directly from the Most High. And so what I say here, it can't be debunked. It can't be anything like that, because it's not for everybody. It's for the select, for the elect, those who are seeking the hidden knowledge. And that's also reflected here too. So as you seek more hidden knowledge will become available to you. So you never want to stop seeking. You never want to stop watching. As soon as you take your eye off what they're doing, they're going to pretend like it's not happening. So we have to keep a watchful eye over what they're doing, because otherwise they will just get away with a lot of stuff that it's just like with our people. If somebody wasn't reporting about, okay, perfect example, and I know you all will understand this. In Breonna Taylor's situation, the beloved sister, right? Somebody called the police on her house. It was swatting. There was nothing going on. There was no issues. Somebody swatted her, called her house, called the police on her, said something was going on, and the sister was murdered in cold blood. Now, you have a politician, y'all probably heard of her, Marjorie Taylor Greene. She was swatted. However, in her she was swatted twice, 2 days in a row. In the swatting with her, number one, the police showed up and they were, whatever. But guess what they didn't do? They didn't shoot her. She came to the door. They did not shoot her. She was not armed. Breonna was not armed, and yet this politician, Gentile, lives to tell the story, probably of Jewish descent. We can't find her maternal lineage for some reason, which is always basically a indicator that they're not being honest about who they are, where they come from. But anyway, long story short, MTG lives to tell the story. Breonna Taylor murdered in cold blood. And there are Gentiles who are saying who cannot make the connection. They're like, oh, it's bad. Why are the police doing this and that, this and that? They shouldn't be going to her house, so on and so forth, right? But with Breonna Taylor, it was, oh, she deserved it. She's a trap queen. She shouldn't be hanging out with these Negroes, this and that, this and that. But it's the same situation. Someone called the police on her. There was nothing illegal going on. They couldn't even prove that. And they had guns, but MTG had guns too. So what is the difference between those situations? Except our people are murdered in cold blood, and Gentiles, they don't murder their people in cold blood. And your intuition, before I would have never been able to make that connection. But my intuition amongst these things, especially related to our people, is so strong that I see I saw I just read the story and I was like, what about Breonna Taylor? Then I saw her do like a few minutes of an interview MTG and I was like, Breonna Taylor. Please say Breonna Taylor, because this is exactly what happened to Breonna Taylor. Except she never acknowledged that she had some sort of privilege. I mean, she had this big giant house and this and that. Never acknowledged that she was the recipient of some kind of privilege. And that's how the Gentiles are. They don't understand that they're the recipient of privilege just based on where they live. Or again, there's so much with that. But the point of the matter is, I said that there's no comments. Nobody says anything. Literally no one says anything. So that's why I'm saying in general, I'm able to now intuitively pull up that information. Because me, I wasn't following all that stuff when it was going on. I heard about it, but I didn't get into it because I was more to the other, I was more to the right. And so I would get the information and I would just be like, okay, well, what was really going on. And so there's a group of us black conservatives that really did try to figure out what was going on, and with the black community and different things. And I think that, again, where the black conservatives fall short is that they refuse to acknowledge or accept God's chosen people, that there's a chosen people who there are curses upon. They don't want to go that route. They don't mind, claiming Jesus and church and all of this, but they don't want to get to the heart of the matter of the chosen versus the unchosen, because there's a lot of kinfolk, skinfolk, Gentile like people within the black conservative movement, and you can clearly see it because these people don't actually want better for our people. They just make their little dollarinos off the cash, you know what I mean, off of whatever is going on. And so anyway, that's that I hope any of this made sense. I kind of went off there, but I'll let you see these cards while I write them down. All right, let's do the blessing of the Sephirot, which I already have up. All praises. Blessed be the light beyond all being. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Keter. Blessed be the breathing of origination. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Chokma. Blessed be eternal wisdom. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Bina. Blessed be omniscient understanding. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Chesed. Blessed be perpetual compassion. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Gevurah. Blessed be almighty justice. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Tiferet. Blessed be transcendent beauty. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Netzach. Blessed be unceasing victory. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Had. Blessed be surpassing glory. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Yesod. Blessed be infallible foundation. Forever blessed be the mighty one. Malchut. Blessed be all life throughout the kingdom. Forever blessed be the mighty one. All praise, all glory, and all honor go to the Most High, the King of kings, the Lord of lords, the great I am, loving kindness, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We thank you for allowing us to speak with the angels, and we would like to report back that they have given us a message that fulfills the covenant, and therefore we would like that to be noted to their record. We say thank you to the Holy Mother for always being with us. We acknowledge our older, wiser brother, Yahushai, and the perfect example that he set. And to all the angels, you guys are doing a great job. We appreciate your hard work, and we have let the Most High know that you fulfilled the covenant. And we are grateful, eternally grateful for all of your service and all of your work and for us and for the Most High and for the benefit of the kingdom. Let God be praised in the beginning and the end. Who supplicates him, he will neither despise nor refuse. God above us, God before us, God possessing all things. May the Father of heaven grant us a portion of mercy. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Lo Olam Vayed. Blessed be the name of his glorious kingdom throughout eternity. Ha Rashaman Hu Yashazir Lanu Avodat Biet Ha Migdash Limkoma Bimhira Biyamanu Omen 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 and Selah. May the merciful one restore unto us the service of his holy temple to its place speedily and in our days. Amen, 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 and Selah. To the spirits who are here with us, you're invited to go in peace. To my beloved viewers, you're invited to be at peace. And always remember, the Most High is your peace. Shalom, everyone. We'll see you for the reading tonight at Sesor.